do the practice solutions now. I'm sorry for getting to it so late. I've just been extremely busy, just making a lot of tests and all that kind of stuff, fine tuning it. Okay, so let's just get on with it. Yeah, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay. Um, okay, you can ignore the first line. I was doing that because I was out of my mind. But yeah, let's just work on question one. The height of six students in centimeters are 150, 162, 155, 158, 165, 186. Okay, so I'll just I'll just highlight everything because I can. So calculate the mean. So you're just going to start off by writing X bar. Okay, X bar very important. I'm just going to change the thickness of this pen. So X bar equals 2. So if you look on your formula, it just says sum sum of data values, okay, over number of values, okay. So what sum means is you're just adding, okay. So remember to add, and then number of data values just means how much there are, okay. So just count them how many values are there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means n equals to 6, okay, and this is what n is. So that out of the way, I'm just going to add the numbers together. 150 plus 162 plus 155 plus 158 plus 165 plus 186. And do that all divided by 6. This needs to be all under one line. And then you just type it into your lovely calculator. Um, Let me just change it so you can see all of the calculator. Oh, let me see if I can just move it up a bit. There we go. So what are my numbers again? So I have 150 plus 162 plus 155 plus 158 plus 165 plus 186. Okay, so I get 976, and then you just do that divided by 6. You get 162.67. Just round it up to the nearest whole number. Okay, so this will be 163 centimeters. Okay, so 970 divided by 6, which equals to 163 centimeters. So that's what the mean is, okay? And you're done. 976, my bad. Just like that. Very simple. Okay, so that's the mean right there. The median. So when you're ever asked to find the median, okay, you just rearrange to ascending order. Ascending meaning, okay, lowest to highest. That's all it means. So just have a look at your data values. Oh, I screwed this up. So you just want to go into order. It'll be 150, 155, 158, 162, 165, and then 186, just like that. Now, a tip that I generally do is I cross off when I count, okay? Just makes life 10 times easier. The reason why I do that is so we do not double count. Now that now that I've rearranged it from the mean, I can tell that n is equal to 6. I'm just going to use my location formula. So location equals to n plus 1 divided by 2. Just substitute the value of 6 in, and it gives me 7 over 2, which equals to 3.5. So this is the 3.5 position. Okay. So that just tells you where the median is. Okay. So just looking at that, I can tell that it's somewhere between that blue line right there. I just don't know the exact number. Now, what you're supposed to do next is take the average, okay, of the two numbers beside that line. Okay, take average of numbers beside blue line. So what you do is you take 158. Ooh, that's a bad 8. Plus 162 and divide that by 2. And if you just type that into your calculator, so I'll just write median equals to that. And I end up with 160, okay? So that's what the median is. Identify the outlier. So just look at your list. An outlier is pretty much something out of left field, just to summarize it, okay? Out of left field. Or doesn't fit um, the rest of data, okay? So with that out of the way, you can just write, all right, looking at my list, my outlier is 186 centimeters. So just make sure to add in your units in case, okay? That's something that I've forgotten. So make sure you add in your units just like that. Calculate the range. So the range is just highest minus lowest, okay? So just looking at it, my highest is 186 and my lowest is 150. Just type that in your calculator, you get 36 centimeters. So I typically write range equals to that, and then you just write range at the end. Using your answers from part A and B is this set of data and accurate description of the height of students in the classroom. So this is like one of those things where you can argue yes or no, okay? You just have to justify your reasoning. So just use simple logic, okay? Just think about it. In a classroom, would you typically have 6 students in a classroom? Not really, yeah? So you can answer no. But at the same time, you can argue yes, because if you have a look at part B and A, the mean and the median are relatively close to each other. So you have 163 centimeters and 160 centimeters. So you could also argue yes, like if we were basing it off of this classroom of 6, it makes sense. But if you are going to base it off a classroom full of 25 students instead, then no. Okay, so just use simple logic to answer it. Um, And that's how you'd go about answering it, okay? All right, let me just find a way to scroll up. All right, question 2. Below is the number of pets owned by students in the classroom. Create a frequency table. So just remember, frequency table is normally, so you typically get your category and then you get your frequency. So make sure you have a ruler, okay? I will not be supplying rulers, okay? I've got my own because I'm prepared, but for you all, you have to get your own. So, category, frequency, just draw a table, something like this, relatively close. Okay, just like that. And then you can just draw a table down. You just draw a line down just like that. And then just fill it in as you go, okay? So I'm just going to do this. So what numbers do I got here? I got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I just write down category 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can just sort of like go from there. Now, you typically don't write category. So what you're going to write is what the topic is about. So because the topic is about number of pets, you are now going to write number of pets owned, and then I'll just write students there because I've run out of space. Okay, just like that. And then you just go on from there. Okay, you can just pretty much just make sure your tables are more precise than mine. I'm just in a bit of a rush, so I don't really care what my table looks like, but I'm getting to it as close as possible as to what I would like for you all to do when you are doing your assessment. Okay, just like that. So how many zeros do I have? I have one, so I'm just going to do one. How many ones do I have? Just the one there. How many twos do I got? I got one, two, three. How many threes? One. How many fours? I got two. How many fives? I got the one. Okay, just like that. So that's how it should look like typically. I'm just going to erase all of this. What is the median amount of pets that the students own in this classroom? Okay, so you could just count how many there are initially. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9. So that means n is equal to 9, right? Now you can just use your location formula to be like, oh, hey, like location equals to n plus 1 over 2, which equals to 9 plus 1 over 2, 10 over 2, and it's the fifth position. You can just go to your table. You can just look at your table and just count up to 5. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if you really wanted to, you can just write your list again. So if I write my list again, I'm just going to write 0, 1, 2, 2, 2. Sorry, 3, 4, 4, 5. Just like that, okay? And just count up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means your median is 2. So you can just write median equals to 2 pets. So make sure you add in like the description at the end, okay? What is the mode of the data? So remember the mode is just most common, aka occurred. So you can just have a look at your little list here. Just go back to part A. We can see that 2 appeared 3 times and nothing else beats that. So you can just say mode equals to 2 pets. Now IQR is interquartile range, okay? So remember you need a lower and upper quartile. You need a lower and upper. So you want to go to your list that you made here, or like a rearranged list, and we can see that it's been split up into 4 groups. So I can just rewrite it again. So 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. So because n is equals to 9, which is odd number, I just want to get rid of the median for now. And as you can see, I've got groups of 4 now. See, I've got groups of 4. So now you want to find the median of each group. Now, you can do that by working it out, or you can just look at it. It's pretty easy. So In this case, the median will pretty much be located right here in the purple lines, just like that. Okay. So you're just going to find the average between the two numbers beside it. Okay. So that will just be 1 plus 2 divided by 2, which equals to 3 over 2, which equals to 1.5. So this is what lower quartile equals to. Upper will equal to 4 plus 4 divided by 2, which just equals to 4. So that's about it. Next, you can just do IQR equals to 4 minus 1.5, which equals to 2.5, just like that. I'll just write 2.5 pence. It's just that simple. Okay. Oh man, I got so much. The number of goals scored in 6 soccer matches are voila. Now it's pretty cool how like the list is already in order for us, so we don't need to worry about it. Okay. So we don't need to rearrange it or nothing. Okay. So let's just work it out. Find the mean. So we know n equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it even tells us 6 right there. So you're just gonna do x bar equals to 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8 plus 10 divided by 6. And if you just add it all up, 5, 8, 13, 21, 31, which equals to, so 31 divided by 6 ends up being 5.17. Okay, so 5.17 goals, just like that. Median. So just go based off our list here. 2, 3, 3, 5, 8, 10. So the location is n plus 1 divided by 2. So here's the 6 plus 1 over 2. 7 over 2, which is the 3.5 position. So it's somewhere here. Now you just want to take the average. So you just go 3 plus 5 divided by 2, which equals to 8 over 2, which equals to 4. That means the median is 4. Find the mode. So mode's just most common. It's 3. It's right. Mode equals to 3. Simple. What's this one? You have surveyed 13 students on how many hours of YouTube they watch every day. That's the list there. How many students watch more than the median number of hours? So we are asked to find the median here. And then they say more than. Okay, so you got to be careful. So we know 13 students. Okay, that's our list. Let's just start off by rearranging our list. So we have 1. We have 2. 2. We have 3, 3, 3. Bang, bang, bang. 4, 4. Bang, bang. 5, 5, 5. Boom, boom, boom. 6 and 8. And we're pretty much done, okay? So you can just pretty much erase this afterwards. How many students watch more than that? Okay, so we know n equals to 13 because they told us 13 students. So let's just start off by finding the location. Location equals n plus 1 divided by 2, 13 plus 1 over 2, 14 over 2, which equals the 7th position. Okay, so we're just going to count where the 7th is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is our 7th position right there. That means median equals to 4. Now the question's asking for more than. So we need to count how many people are above the median. So we have 5, 6, and 8. So that's how many more people watch more than the median. So we could just write in a sentence 5 people watch YouTube more than the median hours of the 13 students surveyed. Just like that. Okay. All right. So we got a multiple choice section. What type of graph best shows how often different values occur in the data set? So you're just given whatever. Now, the one that I've taught you is pretty much the frequency bar graph. So this is the best one. Okay. Which value is the median? Okay. So it's just the middle number. Bang, 6. Because we have n is equal to 5. And if you do the old location, it's n plus 1 over 2, which equals to 5 plus 1 over 2, 6 over 2, which is the third position, okay? And it's where the 6 is. What's the range? So remember, range is 12 is highest minus lowest. So 12 minus 4, which equals to 8. Which of the following tallies could represent a frequency of 6? So you know what a tally looks like. Just remember it's 4 strokes, and then the one going across counts as the fifth one. So it's not B, definitely. It's not A. It's definitely not 6. So it just has to be D. Okay, just go process of elimination there. Question 5, what's the mode? So remember, just the most common. As we can see here, 4 appears twice. Bang, just like that. All right. Which data set contains an outlier? Um, So remember, outlier is just a data value that's not consistent with the rest of them are. So you just have a look. So you just go to A, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty consistent. So that's out of it. B, 10, 11, 12, 13, 50. So that could be. So, but you don't want to count the rest out. So you have to double check the rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 20, 21, 22, 23, 25. So yeah, that's a no. Like, even though the jump between 23 to 25 is double than what the rest of the data is, it's not that significant of a jump. So that means your answer is B. Okay. What's the IQR of this data set? Question 7. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do this. Just ignore it. Okay. I actually forgot to put the data set in. That's my bad. Question 8, which of the following best describes a dot plot? A plot that uses bars to represent data? No, because we're asking for dot. This has bars, so no. A plot that uses dots above values on the axis, so that could be. A circular graph showing parts of a whole, so the keyword circular here, so that's a no. And a graph that connects points with lines. Well, I haven't really taught you that, so that's a no. So your answer is just B. The student surveyed people around asking what about their favorite fruit. Below is a table. Was the total number of students surveyed? So if you don't know how, you just pretty much add up the frequency. Okay, add up frequency. So 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 3, which equals to 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. So the answer is D. Okay, so I recommend bringing a highlighter, okay, or just something to underline. I don't know, okay, and that's pretty much it. So that's your test solutions right there, okay. Just study hard. Just study mainly about E, 8D and E, with a little bit of B and C as well. Okay, you'll be all right. Take care. Adios.